Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Santiago Cordero, and today we'll be talking about North Korea. Korea used to be an open and culturally rich nation, but since the Korean War and the establishment of communism, North Korea has radically changed. Comparing it to the Western world, North Korea isn't the most modern country, nor has the best political system or the best economic system. So how has it managed to survive these past decades? And why isn't the people doing something about the government's rule in the nation? Today, we'll try to answer these questions by exploring North Korea's core, the nation's fuel, the Juche Ideology. Please enjoy the following video. North Korea's leader, Kim Il-sung, first introduced the Juche Ideology during a speech in 1955. North Korea had a long history of Buddhism, Confucianism, and Christianity, but in the early 60s, Buddhist temples and Christian churches were closed, and all religious literature and Bibles destroyed. Many religious leaders were executed or sent to prison camps. And then, in 1972, the Juche Ideology became the state's official ideology. The Juche Ideology has three main components: Chaju, Charip, and Chawi. First, we will explore Chaju, which means political independence.
I am looking forward to reaching out and working with leaders.
The Juche Ideology places huge stigma upon cooperation with outside powers. What the government calls political independence is actually political isolation. To give you a sense of how isolated North Korea is, here's a satellite picture. To keep the political independence alive, loyalty towards the Kim family and the government is strongly promoted. Hanging pictures of Kim Il-sung and his son, Kim Jong-il, is an obligation in North Korea, and people are to worship them. North Koreans are taught that building internal political forces is key to ensuring political independence, and that the main factor of this success will come from the internal support by the people. The second component is Charip, which means to have an independent and self-sufficient economy. According to the Juche Ideology, economic independence is necessary for achieving national prosperity. Independent food production was seen as being of particular importance because successful farming would provide the people with stabilized living conditions and means to independently support themselves. However, North Korea doesn't have enough resources for a complete and balanced diet. This policy has led to famines such as the one between 1994 and 1998, which killed around 1 million people. It is said that grocery stores in North Korea are empty, and that the food on display is made out of plastic.
A sharp new warning of all-out war. For the first time, the mysterious and secretive nation has threatened a preemptive nuclear strike against the U.S.
On our broadcast tonight, breaking news as North Korea's leader gives what he calls final approval for a nuclear strike on the U.S. The defense secretary says the danger is now real and clear. And tonight.
The last component is Chawi, or military independence. The Juche Ideology asserts that military independence is fundamental for an independent, sovereign state. North Korea has a policy of countering any imperialist moves of aggression and war with violence in order to defend national independence. As of now, over 9 million North Koreans are associated with the military, representing 40% of the population. So we hope you enjoyed the video, and now I have the pleasure to introduce you to Minji, who fled North Korea when she was 16 years old. Minji, thank you for coming, and I know you have very interesting stories to share with us tonight.
You're very welcome. So I personally fled from North Korea when I was 16 and I came to the United States. I got this opportunity because my family, for some reason, got some access to the Western media, therefore they chose to leave.
So Minji, can you tell us about how restricted the media was when you were living in North Korea?
So when I was living in North Korea, there was no outside world, there was no pop star, there was no fast food, there's no anything outside of North Korea, because the newspaper itself, it only talked about things happening in North Korea, and the television only had channels from North Korea. And also the internet, even though it's very broad and you can find a lot of stuff, but in North Korea it's also very restricted. So we didn't know anything about the outside world.
Wow, that's shocking. So can you tell us more about religion? Can you follow religions living in North Korea? Is that open?
No, religion is very strict and controlled in North Korea. When I was young, I had a neighbor who lived next to me, and she was found with a Bible in her house, and because of the Bible, guards from the government, they came, they captured her, and they took her outside to public, and in public she was shot so that we would know how we cannot follow anything we want.
Wow, that's just incredible. Also, your leaders, Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un, how were you taught to see them as? How do you think about them?
We were taught to see our leaders as a sort of god almost. We had to put paintings of them on our walls so we can worship them. They were said to be able to do miracles for us so they can save us from death and slavery.
Wow, that's just shocking too. But Minji, thank you very much for coming, and we appreciate your time here. That's all for today. Thank you for watching Channel 12 News. Have a good day.